Many critical transportation topics were discussed at the American Association of State Highway and Transportation Officials 2022 Annual Meeting in Orlando last October. Attendees at this session, titled Where Do We Go From Here? The Future of Connected and Autonomous Vehicles, or CAVs, were hoping for some clarity in the aftermath of a federal court ruling upholding the FCC's decision to repurpose about 60% of the safety spectrum, a band once set aside for transportation operations and safety, including connecting cars wirelessly to each other and the surrounding infrastructure to help avoid crashes and warn drivers about things they may not be able to see, like icy roads.
As we look at the 2020 FCC decision on the megahertz spectrum, and now that's been decided, as the court upheld in August of 22. So that landscape is set. Just went through a process, and I suspect those on the panel could speak to it even more clearly, but the evolution of the CAT coalition has been ongoing, and I think I served on that panel, and I think there's an increased emphasis on bringing all stakeholders to the table and not losing focus on deployment.
Moderator Julie Lorenz acknowledged that countering the impacts of the FCC's decision will require stakeholder collaboration around a national federal vision or policy for CAVs. Panelist Martin Knopp, Associate Administrator for Operations at the Federal Highway Administration, says CAV deployment is a top priority.
We had gone out for creating an advisory group, an advisory committee, and so that process is going on through the Federal Register notice of taking in nominations. But a lot of that is to help with having advisory input as we continue to work towards our policy. You've seen 6 innovation principles that USDOT has put out, and 3 of them clearly are very much part of the efforts here in the CAV sector, allowing for experimentation and learn from failure, provide opportunities to collaborate and be flexible and adapt as technology changes. And so a lot of the things that we're doing look into what we need our policy to do, where we have regulations that perhaps are hurdles, or where we need to put in to help protect for safety.
Panelist Laura Chase, President and CEO of ITS America, said, deploying CAVs is the only way the nation can get to zero traffic deaths.
The industry is ready to go. We have not always had this level of unity. We have it now. We also feel we're unified around the technology, and also this realization that with the FCC decision and with only 30 megahertz, this is a make or break moment. There are people out there who want that spectrum, and so either we deploy and we use it, or we risk losing it. I don't think that it is universally always accepted that connectivity is an essential safety layer that is additive to the technologies that are in the vehicle, and that is really critical to getting to zero deaths.
Panelist Brad Sturtz, Director of Government Affairs at Audi of America, said his company is proving that the technology works through a series of pilot projects that are making school buses smarter and safer.
We have the technology. We're working on that. We've demonstrated it in Georgia. We're going to demonstrate another opportunity in Illinois that can allow the drivers of a car to understand when they're approaching a stopped school bus or an active school zone. And this is why I think Laura was talking about there is a real opportunity to put this on the road pretty quickly.
So what is the future of CAVs? Julie Lorenz says the answer will depend mainly on how well everyone in the CAV space works together.
The only way we're going to deliver for Americans is through public-private partnerships. I mean, we need the ingenuity of the private side. We need to make sure we're putting public sector principles first, that we've got the public interest at heart, that we've got safety always at the top of mind. And there are so many opportunities here, but we can't do it in our silos. We've got to figure out how to work together better and faster to deliver for Americans.
To learn more about the Cooperative Automated Transportation CAT Coalition, visit transportationops.org/CAT Coalition.